What's up everyone, Sean with Dance Adventures, just walking through the park, thought I'd shoot a quick vlog. This topic was kind of on my mind. I recently released a choreography video and I felt there was just more I wanted to kind of say about it too. So the video really was actually kind of shittily made, like the lighting and stuff was fucking awful basically. The way it came out with the upload, like with the programs and the computer we were using, that came out kind of funky as well. So it had all these like weird aesthetic issues that normally you would say, oh, I wouldn't put this out, we gotta go refilm it. But for some reason I was compelled to still edit to the best of mine and my friend's ability and put it out. And I just walked next to some birds and they're chirping, so let me turn this bitch around. Let me go the other way, what the hell? So I wrote a list of the pros and cons of releasing a video that necessarily wasn't the best I could do. And that's the first thing on the cons list, is it's not the best that I can do. And that right there is actually a reason enough to go back and reshoot, re-choreograph, do whatever it takes to kind of get the video out that you want to get out. But again, for some reason I felt compelled to not do that when I normally would have felt to do that. And I think it also speaks to the pressure we feel to always try and be perfect, always try and make sure whatever we're putting out is like the best thing and it looks correct and it looks good for everyone else. But for some reason I wanted to throw that out the window. I've always had a problem myself with being a perfectionist, or like feeling like I needed to be perfect to express myself or put anything out or do anything. It always needed to be, I needed to have the assurance that it was going to be good and that it was going to be received well. And so this was kind of an exercise in pushing through that. And that's the number one list on my pros side, is that it was an exercise in not being perfect, and I was able to put my entire physiology through it. This wasn't just some exercise in my head. I physically released the video, I was seeing people's reactions to it, seeing what was good, seeing how people thought about it, what their thoughts and reactions to it was. And so I'm putting my entire physiology through the experience of putting out technically a crappily produced video, even though some of the editing shots were crazy good. And that was more on the pro side. I learned more by doing this video about lighting, about shots, about colors and color grading, and about just editing film in general than I have in any of the other projects that just kind of ended up looking good because the film looked good. This really challenged me in a whole lot of ways to be creative and figure out how to make it the best I can when necessarily things weren't the best. So the lesson to take away, I think, from this is put your entire physiology through the lesson you want to learn. So a lesson for me was to not take everything so serious. It doesn't have to be perfect to put it out there. Create, put it out. Consistency is more important than perfection. And that's the lesson I wanted to put myself for. Rather than just knowing it here, I wanted to put my whole body through it. So why not take the chance, risk the criticism, risk whatever came about by releasing that video. And nothing bad happened. It's all been good reception, but I wanted to make this video something I wanted to talk about. So thanks for listening, and I encourage you, I invite you to do something similar. Don't be so perfect all the time. Put something out there that would be imperfect. So thank you.